sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explore right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
What's the story, wrestling fans? Lashley looks like a wimp. Drew looks strong. Matt Riddle is just a fun guy. All that and more coming up on the Wrestle Story. Welcome back to the Wrestle Story. We discuss all things wrestling, the legends of the past, the superstars of the present, and trailblazers of the future. We stream every Monday after Raw, every Wednesday after AEW, and every Friday after SmackDown.
Hi, the door.
The closet is open, I see. I'll get it.
It threw me off. It threw me off, man.
It threw me off, too.
It threw me off. Hey guys, what's up? Raw.
Cody, how's it going? Ivan, how's it going? John L, how's it going? Johnny Lee, how's it going? Good to have everybody here.
Hello.
Glad we can help you out, Cody. We try to keep you informed. The Hurt Business is done. Okay,
so like if I'm being completely honest, I thought this Raw was pretty bad.
How you doing, James? I thought it was
Compared
okay.
to last week, which I thought last week's Raw was good, I thought this one was bad.
Well, I would agree. I think last week's was better, but I wouldn't say... this wasn't totally terrible. The thing I do not understand is the whole Lashley thing.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
And we will talk about it.
Well, let's just start at the top of the show, right? Drew McIntyre walks into the building and knows that everybody is a potential threat because of what Lashley said last week. Because of the challenge that Lashley put out to the locker room.
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum. So he's really like...
on the edge of our seats because, well...
on edge about that, I guess.
Yeah. Like, he had a built-in group, and then he had to go to the locker room to get help.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Like, what's the point?
It makes no sense.
I don't understand that. Don't understand it at all.
It makes no sense.
I mean, you know, it just doesn't make sense to me. This is pre-taped, and next week is going to be pre-taped. Florida's hot here, even at night. James, that's because, well, it's Florida.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Drew's really on edge about that.
Yes.
So then Bobby Lashley kicks off the show. He comes to the ring with the Hurt Business. He, is set to face Drew McIntyre. I don't know why I said his name like that.
Drew McIntyre.
But Lashley says that if anybody takes out Drew, then that person will get a title match at WrestleMania instead.
So does Corbin get a shot?
No, were we going to make it a triple threat?
Corbin! He's gonna get a shot at the title!
Are we going to make it a triple threat?
Yes!
Or is it going to be two separate matches?
Triple threat, man. We just as well. That's what we do. Did you hear
Both big title matches being triple threats. Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Yeah. Did you hear the rumor the doctors told Charlotte she was pregnant? Yes, we did.
Except it wasn't a rumor.
It was fact.
Yeah.
They told her she was pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can talk about that in the Andrade thing at the end.
We have an Andrade segment coming up at the end of our show if you want to stick around. By the way, have you all heard the rumors of Tessa Blanchard debuting in WWE the night after Mania? I have not heard that. Hey, doing, Lewis? Great to have you here. Just Cry Corbin works for DB. He came out and destroyed McIntyre, so Lashley could do his thing.
So Lashley says, okay, well, Lashley and MVP both verbally attack Mr. Cedric and Mr. Shelton Benjamin for losing last week.
Losers.
Benjamin ends up trying to stick up for himself by, fighting, because that's what he does. But Lashley takes him out. And then Bobby Lashley says, "The Hurt Business is over!" What a waste of a group. Like seriously, what a waste of a group, man.
Yeah.
I thought they could have been real good.
Yeah.
They were real good at some times. Majority of the time they weren't. They weren't handled very properly.
No, they weren't handled well.
But it's a waste of a group, dude. I mean, you had these guys in this thing for like months, and then you're just gonna break them up.
I guess the question I have is
like, what are Shelton and Cedric gonna go do now? Sit in catering?
Well, yeah, probably. They pretty much broke up the Hurt Business and Retribution
all in the same
the same time.
Dang! Cedric and Shelton gonna go join up with them?
They should. They should.
Like,
you know, Mr. G, I left the other day to fix my TV. Well, Ivan, I hope you got it fixed. Corbin doesn't really deserve a title run for a major title, to be honest. He's more of a mid-card title and comedic heel character, Mr. G. Anthony, I could not agree with you more.
However, he's going to get a touch on.
Yes.
Just,
yeah.
We just hand those out.
Yeah. I mean,
so we then get a Matt Riddle promo. Matt Riddle says, "I don't understand why Sheamus is just so ticked off about things. I don't get it. What did I do, man? What did I do?" So then Riddle sees Titus O'Neil. He suggests that Titus maybe should roast a pig since he's involved with the roast of WrestleMania. And Titus O'Neil is like, "No, dude. I'm the host of WrestleMania. The host. Yeah, the roast of WrestleMania. No, the host, bro. I am the host of WrestleMania." He didn't get it. So then Sheamus ends up throwing Riddle into some equipment, and that was the extent of that segment.
I like Riddle.
Me too. I think he's funny.
I love the stuff he does.
I think he's funny.
And I love, he got beat up,
mm-hmm.
and he gets up and starts to make a joke out of it, and is like, "Now I'm mad."
Later on in the show, when he had a segment
You're
with
mad?
Asuka,
I can't tell.
When he had a segment with Asuka later in the show, he totally forgot his line that he was supposed to say, and he went, "I forgot what I was supposed to say. I forgot what I was going to say." And then he just walked off, and Asuka was left standing there like,
yes, but it fits.
It fits with his character, so
Yeah.
it didn't really matter, but it was funny. So I think Matt Riddle's funny. He's hilarious.
Yeah, I thought it was good. By the way, yes, Cedric and Shelton are going to be sitting in catering. Sorry, just the way it is, Johnny Lee. Nothing you can do about it. They have now joined. They'll now be joining catering.
I looked up SmackDown.
It's just one of those things. Got my mug today. It does the Carlton Eds. Cool, Lewis. I'm glad you got it.
Sweet.
Hope you enjoy it. Why are you tired of Lashley? It took him 15 years to win the big one. He's well deserved the title. Cody, I'm going to talk about that at the end of the show. Because I kind of agree with James. And Ivan, just because of, not that I'm tired of Lashley, I'm tired of how they're using him. He needs a mouthpiece MVP because Lashley cannot cut a promo to save his life. He hasn't been too bad. with some of the promos he's done. He's not great, but I mean, he's not the worst I've seen try to cut a promo.
Yeah.
I've seen some pretty bad people, people try to cut a promo that can't,
promos, but I feel like Lashley's pretty bad too. Like,
well, I don't think he's great, but I don't think he's like I said, I don't think he's the worst. I don't think he's like totally terrible, with his promos.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce your last name? Gleen. Rhymes with clean.
But with a G. And
yes.
An L. There's an L in clean, isn't there? There is. It's like clean, but with a G.
Me and my wife are on the 50. Is that a good spot to be in Raymond James Stadium? I've never been to Raymond James Stadium, James. But I would guess, well, I suppose it depends where they put the ring. If they put the ring in the end zone, no, that's a sucky place to be. If they put the ring in the middle of the field, yeah, that's probably a good place to be.
I would imagine they'd probably put it in the middle of the field, wouldn't they?
I don't know. I mean, they only have, 20, what do they have, 25,000 fans? So I don't know.
I don't either. So, after this Matt Riddle promo, we get Cedric and Shelton with Adam Pearce. Cedric says that Shelton wants to fight Bobby Lashley tonight, and Cedric wants to fight Bobby next week. Pearce is not really for making the match right away, but then, he makes the match anyways. So we then get Sheamus versus Riddle. And apparently earlier today, which I did not know about, Sheamus and Riddle they're fighting each other at WrestleMania for the U.S. title. I don't know when that was made official, but okay.
Yes.
So Sheamus is fighting for the U.S. title. Then why are we doing this match against them in a non-title match right here? Like, why are we? What are we doing this for?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't quite know the purpose of this when they're fighting for the title at Mania. Why are you putting them in a match against one another in the first place?
I don't know. No clue.
So, whatever. It was a fine match. Sheamus won. MVP was on commentary. MVP was on commentary for majority of the night. I think they were just like, we don't really want to move you, so just like stay there.
Well, that's possible. Plus, I think the fact that this show is pretty much built around Lashley.
Mm-hmm. So, Sheamus won. It was fine. He's cool.
That means he's losing at Mania.
Unless they fight each other next week and Matt Riddle gets the win and then they're even.
Yeah, then it's going to be a coin toss.
And then
so, I mean, they could wrestle next week.
They probably will.
So.
Because, well, this is WWE.
Yeah, I mean, it could, yeah.
So.
And now that Riddle's angry, he probably wants another match.
Probably.
He's so angry he forgot his lines.
So we get Drew McIntyre who runs into AJ and almost backstage. Styles says that, look, we're not going to attack you, bro. We got bigger plans for WrestleMania. The Tag Team Championships. Because the Tag Team Championships are bigger than the World Heavyweight Championship at this point, honestly. And then...
well, they are, because, everybody wants the world... or wants the Tag Team Championships because, well... they won't be seen for weeks. They get a couple weeks off.
Exactly. Almost then says that our plans are just more realistic. We're not taking you out, bro.
Yeah.
It wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Not even, with me, the 7-foot giant. Wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Because you're you, Drew McIntyre. Our plans are realistic.
I have a feeling that Omos is just going to be slow. Like in the ring, you just watch him. He's just going to be slow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we then have the most pointless segment I've ever seen in my life. And I just don't want to see it.
What?
At all.
What was that?
Shane McMahon. Okay.
Shane!
Mr.
He found... McMahon. Well, the thing is, he found Braun's report card.
He found Braun's report card. Okay. He then proceeded to show us the report card where Braun got all D's. He got a D in English, a D- in math, a D- in science, and a D+ in gym. He's doing well there. There were complaints on the cards. Braun is a disruption to the class. Braun needs to go to summer school. Braun comes out.
Yep.
Has a match with Jackson Riker. The whole train thing happens once again. Toot toot! Train noises. Woohoo. And Braun Strowman won. Strowman then...
I'm so glad we had the train noise again.
Me too. Strowman then picks the match that they're going to have for WrestleMania because Shane told him he could pick whatever kind of stipulation. It's going to be a steel cage match!
I would rather have had it like a strap match.
You know what the segment was?
Stupid.
No.
Dumb.
This segment was dumb.
Correct, Cody. Shane is there to pull off some stupid, crazy stunt. That's the only reason he's
That
there.
is exactly what I said. That's the only reason.
He's going to climb to the top of the cage and then jump off of it.
Yeah. He's going to hit a coast to coast from cage to cage, right? That's it. That's all he's there for. And at this point, like, this feud is stupid. What are they feuding about? Why does Shane care what Braun's IQ is, okay? Like, why does he care?
I don't know.
Like I said, this segment, this feud is dumb, okay? It's
Hello, Cameron.
dumb. Like, and what is this Braun thing that Shane is doing? Exactly.
Yeah.
Crickets.
Yeah.
Nobody knows, dude. What is the point of this? There is no point.
Jonelle, that's why it's going to be a good match, because Braun was breathing hard. Shane was breathing hard, like, when he walks to the ring. So, it's going to be an outstanding match. Did you all know they have a Popeyes here in Tampa? I finally got that famous chicken sandwich. Was it good, James? Because I hope so. Shout out to Cameron. How's it going, Cameron?
So, after this.
Make sure you hit that like button.
After
It moves us up
this.
in the YouTube algorithm.
Okay. We then get...
Mr. G, Cameron wants you to tell him your real name. Mr. Gleen. That's my real name. How you doing, Volterra? My hair is blue-black like Paige used to have. That is cool. That is cool.
So I...
At least you have hair.
Oh boy, we then go to commercial break and we come back and we get The Miz and John Morrison, who are set for another special edition of the Dirt Sheet. Okay? So they start out by, you know, yelling about Bad Bunny, as they have been for the last 17 weeks, right?
I've been yelling about Bad Bunny for the last 17 weeks.
He promises that Bad Bunny is going to pay for what he's done.
Mister. My first name's Mister.
He's gonna pay for what he's done. And then they show their new music video for their new single, Hey Hey, Hop Hop.
Hey, hey, hop, hop.
So this was, I could have done without this segment too. So I generally like Miz and Morrison's music, okay? Like the last two singles that they've put out have been pretty fire. I mean, this is like just not it though. Majority of it was sung by Morrison, and it was done in Spanish to dig at Bad Bunny, obviously. And the beat was okay, but the song just sucked. Hey hey hop hop. Cool.
No, hey, hey, hop, hop. That's awesome.
Cool.
You know, it's a cool song.
Cool. So we come back from watching this video, and Miz and Morrison are both really emotional about the video, and they're like, this is just so fabulous. It's such a fabulous video, and we put all of our, like, our time and effort into this, and thank you so much. Okay, so then Damian Priest and Bad Bunny come out, and Bad Bunny is Bad Bunny. He punched Miz in the nose. Okay, not really in the nose.
In the face. It was close to the
I gotta
nose.
make it sound a little bit better than it actually was because we're trying to hype up Bad Bunny for his. That was probably pretty accurate.
At least it wasn't a.
He went.
It wasn't a leg slap.
That was funny. Yeah, and I'm surprised they haven't, been the whole punching thing yet.
Yes.
Yeah. He punched him. Like I said, I'm gotta make it sound a little bit better than it is, because Bad Bunny is clearly winning at WrestleMania. We really gotta like hype him up, you know? Like, we gotta hype him up. It's like our job to hype him up. Okay?
Yeah, well,
So,
you know, he's not only gonna be like one of the greatest singers in the world.
One of the greatest.
He's gonna be one of the greatest wrestlers soon.
I'm really surprised that they're not putting him in this year's Hall of Fame. Like, I'm surprised he's
That's
not, like,
next year. He's gotta have
have like, his own year.
Is he
gonna be the only one to go in?
No, he's gotta have a match at Mania first.
Well,
He's gotta be involved at Mania somehow.
I mean, you know, it's.
We'll be here, Lewis. We'll be here. Just saying, he's gotta, you know, he's gotta be at Mania first before he becomes the Hall of Famer.
Or he could be a Hall of Famer and then be at WrestleMania.
Well, he could do that
3
too.
3 days later, 4 days later.
That.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that could work too if they wanted to put him in this year. So, yeah.
Mr. G, let's see here. Me and Little Ass X is fighting. Well, you see, Ivan, watch out because he'll kick you with those Satan shoes. Mr. G's real name is Raven Gleen. Yes, I'm Raven.
Man.
We're going to James is going into the Hall of Fame. Congratulations, James. You'll be in the WB Hall of Fame in just a few short days. I went to the beach with Cameron yesterday.
That's cool.
Well, I'm glad you made it out and the sharks didn't eat you.
9 watching, only 4 likes. Oh, dang, that's no longer relevant. 7 watching and
we got 11 likes. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, raise the roof.
Okay. Usually give Jordan Morrison the Miz. You like their videos, or also you really wasn't feeling. No, I wasn't feeling this one.
I usually give John Morrison
Pop,
and
pop.
The Miz. I usually do like their videos, okay? This one was just...
It's Mister Ivan. I keep telling you.
This one was just not it.
Yeah. Me and Little... yep, we heard you. Yeah, see? I am in the AEW Hall of Fame. Well, everybody is, Ivan.
So, we get Randy Orton backstage. He's naming off several legends that he's, you know, been fortunate enough to face off with in his career, and, face off with, I don't even know what I was trying to say there, but whatever, he fought them, okay? And he says none of them have quite compared to The Fiend.
Nothing
The Fiend
compares to you.
The Fiend.
You know the song, right? You know the song I'm trying to sing?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I didn't sing it very well.
The Fiend.
I'm not the singer in the family.
The Fiend.
Mister Gleen. He's named after the band from the 80s. Yes, I am Mister Gleen.
That's the same. It's the truth. So The Fiend. The Fiend then gets nothing, because The Fiend, Randy's like, well, The Fiend is like the most supernatural dude I've ever fought. He's not even like, I don't know. So, yeah, he says,
I would never lie to I would never lie to Cameron.
I had to do the one thing that I didn't want to do, but I had to do it because I knew it was the only way to get rid of him, which was burn him alive, which didn't work out. So, I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. Oh, wait, yes, I do, because I'm Randy Orton and I'm the Legend Killer. Bum, 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 bum. So, that was pretty much that. But at WrestleMania, he's going to make sure The Fiend is out of his life once and for all.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
It was a good segment.
I thought it was solid.
With it.
Solid.
So we then get Bobby Lashley versus Shelton Benjamin.
Oh, this was a shock. I didn't expect, what happened in this one to happen. I don't think anybody did.
No, not at all. Not at all. Bobby Lashley won. So, after the match, Lashley is all like, yeah, look at me. I'm Lashley. And that was that. So.
I told you guys not to mess with me.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I would like to induct myself, as well as Mr. G and Maven, into the WWE Hall of Fame. That'd be cool, John Elite. I have never been to a WWE Hall of Fame. I think it will be amazing. Well, James, especially now that RVD is being inducted, I'm sure it will be amazing.
They're not having fans. It's pre-taped.
Oh, well, then I guess you don't have to worry about it. Tell Cameron that he thinks you are lying. Cameron, I'm not lying to you, man. Mr. Mean Gleen Machine, but he's not mean. I am Mr. Clean Gleen Machine. Mr. G, I have another question for you. Would you be in the ring with Brock Lesnar or Dexter Lumis? Or would you want to body slam by Raquel Gonzalez? Yes, you're getting paid a lot of money. Well, if I'm getting paid a lot of money, I will take any of them. It doesn't matter. The only thing I may not... I'm going to have a lot, a lot of money to take a chop from Walter.
Yeah, I think
when I say a lot of money, he's going to have to pay my hospital bill after he hits me. And then pay me more on top of that. Because, it's one of those things that, if I'm going to take a chop from him, then I better make sure that I have some insurance policy involved. The Fiend is Bo Dallas a reveal? Yeah, I think it could be. Could be.
I don't think so.
Cameron, you're in 7th grade. Congratulations. I'm glad you graduated to 7th grade. I hope you make the 8th grade for next year. Guys, also going to both takeovers. That's cool, James. That's cool. Do 7th graders call teachers by their first names these days, Mr. G? I'm not up on my classroom etiquette. No, not unless you were at the school I was at before. Well, 2 schools ago. Then they just call everybody by their first name. No Cardi B at Mania. SpongeBob a fish. This is load of barnacles.
No Cardi B, but we get Logan Paul instead.
Yes, Logan Paul will be there. So
that's what I've heard, is that Logan Paul is not only going to be at SmackDown next week, but there's a good chance that he's also going to be at the SmackDown right before Mania and at WrestleMania Night 2. So they can get celebrities on both shows.
We get Bad Bunny Night 1 in a match.
And Logan Paul.
And Logan Paul probably somehow, some way getting involved in a match on
Probably
Night
winning
2.
the 24/7 championship.
I hope so.
I think he's going to be a 24/7 champion if he's at
Well,
WrestleMania.
he needs to win the 24/7 championship because that's the only title he's going to win.
He's got to get his name written down in the books.
Because he's not winning anything else. Mr. G, I'm trying to get Cam to watch AEW. He doesn't want to watch it. Tell him it's good. Cameron, AEW is the best wrestling going right now.
It is.
I hate Cardi B. Ugh!
Dang. That was kind of harsh.
I was hoping we can go to the Hoff. The Hall of Fame, yes. Yes.
Nah, the Hall of Fame this year, from everything that I've read and heard, it's pre-taped, and there are no fans. So
Nope.
I don't really know how they're doing it. I guess, are they just doing like video packages and stuff?
Probably.
That's what I would assume.
Better watch out for the RVD one.
So,
they're going to pull that one. They're going to go, due to the nature of this content, parental guidance is suggested.
Suggestion. So we then have the New Day, who are doing this little game show thing, game night thing with AJ and Omos, and I thought this was pretty funny too. So they are doing charades. They are doing like draw the picture and guess what it is. I don't know what that's called. And that was it. And AJ lost all of them.
Yes, but almost cut a bad promo, man. No, I mean, he really cut a bad promo. It was
not good.
Hey! We don't want anything to do with these games. I have no clue what else I'm going to say. Other than we are going to win the titles.
I don't know, dude. This was rough. He cut a promo and like it was just.
Yeah, nobody had a clue what he was saying.
He sounded familiar, bro. I was like, well, I don't know what it was. I feel like it was I think where his voice sounded familiar is from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder. That's what he sounded like. It was quite weird. And that was the first thing I thought of when he first started speaking. I was like, dude, that's the guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, his voice is like, if that guy had like an accent, then like, yeah, that's totally like him. But like their voice is like so similar.
Yeah.
It really threw me off, man.
Yeah.
So that was that, man.
Yes.
AJ and almost lost, and then we got Xavier Woods versus AJ Styles, in which Xavier Woods won by disqualification because almost got involved. That was cool. Yep, that was that.
Pretty much, but like I said, it wasn't bad. It was okay.
So
let's see here. So he is signed in WWE first YouTube to win a 24/7. Yes, I believe that he will win the 24/7 title. Remember when WWE used to have relevant actual celebrities on WrestleMania? Miss those days. Well, the problem is, I don't know that there's ever been a relevant person at WrestleMania. I just wish they wouldn't try to make them bigger than they are. You know what I'm saying? Like Bad Bunny,
they always do.
But yeah, but like,
it doesn't matter who it is.
The thing is, when it started with like Mr. T, right?
Mm-hmm.
He
was Mr. T. Everybody knew who he was. He was kind of a big deal already.
But he was.
You didn't need WWE hyping him up.
But
to go,
the thing is,
yeah, he's so great.
See, the thing is Mr. T was like seen as a tough guy on TV.
Yeah.
Bad Bunny, I'm sorry, I mean, like, I just don't get the vibe that, you know, we gotta watch out for Bad Bunny. Because he might take us out.
You know, like, no.
I mean, you know, just like, it just doesn't, like, translate over. Like, I wouldn't expect, like, Cyndi Lauper, if, you know, she was younger and able to, like, do wrestling now. I wouldn't expect them to go, oh, Cyndi Lauper is going for the title. You know? You get what I'm saying?
Snooki, by far, the greatest celebrity to come to WrestleMania. Sarcasm, of course. Oh, man. So,
how was everyone's weekend? It was great, James. It was great. Hall of Fame needs to stay virtual after what happened at the last one. Volterra, the only problem is you got to watch out for what RVD sends in. Just saying. You never know. Ever.
Oh, man.
Know what he could be putting out there for all of us to see. We may turn things off just because of RVD.
Mike Tyson versus Stone Cold. Yeah, I mean, like Mike Tyson was like.
See,
I mean,
there's
Mike
another
Tyson,
one that
he's
you
like
know
a
you could
like,
you could go okay.
Like, you get in his face, like you're gonna.
Tyson might kill somebody with a punch.
Yeah, that's. They have Floyd Mayweather on there once, who did a thing with the Big Show, like knocked Big Show out.
Yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just one of those things that you sit here and you watch it and you go, like certain you know, I don't care if they bring him as guest announcer, guest singer, guest whatever, but if you're gonna bring him as like into like wrestle, then you better make sure that they're like that you sit there and go, wow, this guy could legitimately like.
I mean, I guess we'll see because
knowing this person, they could legitimately have a shot.
I have heard that Bad Bunny has been training. I don't.
Well, he needs to train a lot more.
I don't know, man. I don't know what his wrestling ability is going to be, but I'm curious to see. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I mean it's
what Bad Bunny can do.
Minnie M, I have a question for you. Would you rather be in the ring with Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, or Toni Storm, or Deonna Purrazzo?
Probably Shayna Baszler. I mean, I think Shayna Baszler is like really cool. I don't know, like her wrestling style is really cool.
They are.
Snap my arm in half, but like it's cool, you know.
Yes.
I would not want to be in the ring with Nia Jax. I'm sorry, no, thank you. But Shayna, sure. Deonna too. Deonna's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
So.
Everyone, don't go to stay at the Hilton. They're too expensive. I had no choice. Thanks to my wife, I wanted to save a little money. Well, James, it's okay. Is it? Let me ask you this: do you have a nice room to sleep in? That's the important thing. Mr. G and me and Dom are going to Mania in LA. Ivan, only if you're buying my ticket. They got to be careful. Their hands, Dem Johns, are registered. Yes.
So.
Yes.
We then get a video package from the recent Randy Orton, Alexa Bliss, and Fiend stuff. And then we go backstage to Alexa's playground. She has her Jack in the Box once again and tells us that, gives us a little history lesson. Says, well, this used to be called the Devil in the Box centuries ago. You know, because, well, we all needed to know that. And she talks about how he was weakened at TLC when Orton burned the Fiend alive, but he wasn't gone forever. He just was trapped inside my Fiend in the Box. So, she played the thingy and poof! There was a Fiend. It was cool. The Fiend was then sitting there on the swing.
Yeah.
That she's been like talking to for months. Because he was there.
Yeah.
The Fiend looks really freaking cool, dude. Like, I don't give a flying fig what anybody says. He is cool.
Yeah.
Like, he is cool.
He is cool.
And anybody who says otherwise,
I agree with you, Lewis. This Alexa Bliss is awesome.
like,
Awesome.
legit though.
Yeah. Me and Cam might go to WrestleMania in LA. That's cool, Ivan. That's cool. Nice room. We got a room service at least. Well, that's the important thing, James. See, you got room service. Logan is controversial. He wants to clean up his image by going on a PG kiddie show.
Okay, but like, honestly, like, from when he did his whole YouTube thing with all, you know, the forest dead body stuff, he's like totally like, he doesn't do crap like that anymore. Like, he doesn't even like do his vlog channel regularly. He's like grown up a lot.
Yeah.
In the last, I don't know how many years since
Yeah.
that happened. And he seems like a decent human being, at least, at this point. So, yeah, he's kind of controversial, but I think he's grown up a lot in the last several years.
Yeah.
And it's kind of laid low and hasn't done anything stupid, whereas his brother has.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
I couldn't. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things, but still, I don't know that I would be using him.
no, I wouldn't either.
I mean, it's one of those things that
I
don't know.
wouldn't either, and I'm like, why are we doing it? But, you know.
Yeah. Mr. J, I will film a video with you and take you to Knott's Berry Farm and maybe meet Cam. Well, that's pretty cool. That's cool, Ivan. You know what, Ivan? I've never been to California. I've never been to any of the states along the Pacific Coast. But not the ticket. Dom will pay for you. I'm sure that Dom is glad that you are volunteering him to pay for my ticket. He's probably really proud of that. My wife says hello to everyone. Well, hello, James's wife. How are you doing? Mr. G, when do you expect Becky Lynch to return to WWE, or do you actually believe the rumors that she might leave to go to AEW?
She's not going to AEW.
Anthony,
That's
I don't
happening.
know when she's going to return. I think a lot depends on when she feels comfortable enough to leave the baby.
I would say from a standpoint...
Not that she's got to leave. Not like she's going, okay, we'll see you later. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
I would say I would say, if I'm thinking, like, I would say sometime later this year. Like, maybe SummerSlam-ish, which would be, like, August.
Yeah.
I would say, at this point, because she's not back for Mania, which I wasn't expecting her to be back for Mania, I would say August would, like, SummerSlam would be, like, the time that, if she's coming back, like, this year, it'd be then.
Yeah. Again, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those things that she may not.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
As time
If
goes
she's-
by,
if
she may
she's
decide
coming back-
I don't want to come back for a couple of years.
So.
You know.
But I don't think she's going to AEW. That's not happening.
No, I don't think she does.
That's not happening.
Logan Paul is going to die from Mayweather. He got Mayweather too. Well, I don't think Mayweather will kill him because Mayweather doesn't like fighting because he doesn't like to get hit. He'll dance around, tap him on the head a couple times, and then, you know.
Well, then
that's
why
the
are
way
you
the
a
fight
boxer, bro, if you don't like to get hit?
Well, he used to be, like good at like he legitimately used to be like good at knocking people out.
Uh-huh.
And then I think he got hit once, and he was like, "No, I don't want anything to do with that. Now I'm just going to come in and I'm so quick, I'll just tap you, and then I'll just get out of the way, and I'll score enough points to win."
Oh, man.
Jack's been to California. Yeah, it's one of the it's one of the states that I have not been to. Like I said, I've the Northeast, and then Florida, and the West Coast. I've never been to. There's several states in the Northeast I've never been to, and so, just one of those things. The reason why I'm asking that is because her contract is finished with WWE at the WrestleMania, apparently.
I thought she just signed a new contract
I just can't see her
last,
leaving.
like, 2 years.
I can't see her
3
leaving.
years. Like, I thought she just signed a new deal.
Yeah. I just don't see her leaving.
Nah, I don't think that's happening either.
Lewis is from Philadelphia. We got coast to coast here. We got people from around the world. We got the UK in here right now. Just showed up. Will Rally Sport. How you doing? Logan Paul is going to be crippled. Yeah, probably. Did Asuka get smacked in the face by the table tonight, or was she just selling? I don't know.
I think she was just selling.
She might have been. Nice. My neighbor is from there, Lewis. Cool. Mr. DDC Butterbean being inducted into the W Hall of Fame for the celebrity win because he's made multiple appearances in WWE during the 90s. He should be because he's more of a Hall of Famer than some of their Hall of Famers, but he won't be. My hope, I will pray to the wrestling gods that my idol Becky at least makes an appearance that will make my whole week. She is making an appearance, James. You just will not see her because she'll be in the back behind the screen.
What did he do in WWE?
Who?
Butterbean.
Butterbean? I'm trying to think. Who did he fight?
Didn't he fight Bart Gunn?
Yeah, he knocked him out.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Was that before or after Bart Gunn won the stupid...
No, I think that was the it was after. Because then they set it up like...
Oh, he's this big tough guy
Yeah.
fighter.
Because Bart Gunn can go out and fight any boxer. He can like take out Butterbean, and then Butterbean's like, dude,
No.
I'll kill him. And then Butterbean was like, yep, I just killed him.
Oh,
Don't try and put a fighter or a boxer or wrestler in with a boxer because it's just not gonna work.
Yeah,
It just
man.
doesn't work that way.
That was on Dark Side of the Ring. That was a really fun episode to watch,
Yeah.
actually, because I think they had both of them on there.
Just doesn't work that way.
Like Bart Gunn was on there, and he was talking about it. That was really cool, and they had a lot of people
Yeah.
from the tournament, and that was the stupid the fighting thing.
Yeah.
What was that called?
I can't think
What
of the
was
name
that
of it.
called? Well, I'm
I know what it
gonna
was,
now.
but I can't think of the name
I
of
know
it.
what it was too, but I'm like Bart Gunn.
I see some crazy things here. Dark was on
The
till
Brawl for All.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh yeah,
Lewis,
man.
I like a player from Pittsburgh. I like Sidney Crosby. Sidney Crosby's pretty cool. They tried getting Dr. Death over, and Bart Gunn knocked him out, bro. Yeah, that was the other thing they tried to do.
That like ended Dr. Death's career, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it did. Because they were trying to get Dr. Death over, and then Gunn knocked him out, and then they were like, oh, crap.
That is what happens, bro, when you try to do real fighting in like
That
a
wasn't-
storyline capacity. Like,
That wasn't supposed to happen.
what are you supposed to do? We're like, hey, Bart Gunn, like, we're gonna do this, like, shoot fight, okay?
We should
And you're
do it.
gonna be up against Dr. Death, but,
Yeah.
like, you have to lose.
We should do a show on that.
Like, what?
The Brawl for All.
It makes no sense, dude. That's the entire concept of it. It makes
The
no
real
sense.
life fighting
Like, it
in
makes
WWE.
no sense.
that killed one man's career
None.
and left another man dead after getting knocked out by a real boxer.
Like, legit, though. It was so stupid. Like, the entire thing.
Yes, he was. I believe it was Stone Cold. They were going to try and build him up against Stone Cold, and
Then they didn't. Because, well,
Bart Gunn kind of ruined that.
my guy, like, it was so dumb.
Well, he got word
Yeah,
that...
WWE sent Bart Gunn to a boxing school to train for a WrestleMania match against Butterbean.
Yeah,
Where he got knocked out in 35 seconds.
yeah.
Like, legit. Like, how stupid. Ugh. That entire thing was so dumb. But that episode of Dark Side of the Ring was really good.
Yeah. Mr. G looks like... let's see here. We got some of the Rocks tequila I will never drink again. James is never going to drink again because the Rocks tequila apparently knocked him on his butt. Mr. G looks like a Ducks player, Ryan Getloff. Mr. G, I will take you to an NHL Ducks game. Well, that's cool. That's cool. I've actually been to some minor league hockey. I've never been to a pro hockey game. I'm in the Northwest where Bad News Barrett and William Riggle too. So Will Raleigh Sport lived next door to William Riggle and Bad News Barrett. Really, Tom? Really? The women's title can be defended on any brand? Have you not been watching NXT for the past couple of weeks? They introduced NXT Women's Tag Titles, so clearly you haven't been watching NXT whatsoever. Yeah, I don't get that. Not at all.
Oh, man. That was so dumb. So dumb. Ken Shamrock had enough sense to decline the opportunity.
I prefer to not kill somebody.
I'd prefer to not. I mean, I've been in, like, an actual fight before, so, like, I'd prefer to not.
If you want to make it MMA where I don't have to worry about just boxing gloves, let's do it.
Oh,
Otherwise,
man.
forget it.
No thanks. So we then have Drew McIntyre backstage. He gets really angry and goes to the Raw locker room and he yells at everybody and is like, seriously, come on, just somebody come at me, bro. Like, come hit me. Like, come beat me up. You don't want an opportunity for the WWE Championship? Y'all are a bunch of wimps. So he ends up talking to Ricochet. Ricochet accepts the challenge.
I have an unfun
We
parts
get that
unknown.
later. we then have Naomi versus Shayna Baszler. Naomi won. Who cares? This is stupid at this point. Don't care. We have Asuka backstage with Riddle, and he rides up on his scooter, and Riddle's all like, yeah, you know, I don't remember what I was gonna say. And just walks off. And Asuka's left standing there like.
She's probably like,
okay, like.
Where am I supposed to go
what
with
am
this?
I supposed to do now?
I'm like totally lost. I have no clue what you just like. Matt, get off the drugs, buddy. So maybe you'll remember your lines when you come and talk to me.
Bro, I wish they were doing a legit Hall of Fame this year because an interaction between Riddle and RVD would be fire. Like,
yo, bro, you're like my hero.
Oh man! So we then get the contract signing between Rhea Ripley and Asuka. We do that whole thing. Rhea throws the table at Asuka, and then we get none other than Nia and Shayna. Why? Who come out? They are like, look, we've been running the division for the last year, and you show up on your first night on Raw, and you challenge Asuka, and Asuka accepts it. Are you kidding me? So guess what? We're challenging you to a tag team match next week. And what does Rhea do? She accepts the stupid match. So, yeah, that's just fabulous. Why do we feel the need? Why do we feel the need? We've done this on both shows. Both shows with both women's title
We'll
matches.
be here, Ivan.
Both women's title matches. What did we do with Sasha and Bianca? Well, we threw the tag team championships and the tag team division into it. What are we doing with Asuka and Rhea Ripley? Well, we're throwing the tag team championships and the tag team belts right in, which means the exact same thing. Tag team championships, tag team belts, whatever. Tag teams into the singles feud. With 2 weeks to... What? Does this make any sense?
No, it doesn't.
No, it clearly doesn't. And I don't understand why we can't just leave this alone and just quit. Like, we really did not need to overdo that and throw Nia and Shayna out there to have them do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I didn't get the whole point of this.
Like, Rhea and Asuka's gonna be fine on their own.
Well, when this happened, I was like, oh great, guess what we're gonna get? We're gonna get a tag match right here with Rhea.
Nope.
And Asuka tagging.
We gotta wait till next week.
Against Nia and Shayna. Watch what happens. It's Rhea and Asuka gonna win the titles.
Yeah. Right before WrestleMania?
Yeah.
Probably.
Watch. Did you see that Murphy challenged Aleister Black at Mania on social media, guys? What do you think? He's not medically cleared, but should be back soon. He's so good with his tattoos and Black Mouse finisher. Yes, I had seen Aleister Black put out something, and I don't remember what it was. I have to go back and look at it. It's on Instagram. He put out something on Instagram.
I'll find it.
He said, I don't remember what he said, but it kind of made me think. So what exactly is he saying here? Because it's that one.
He said, "Let us sit face to face soon. I will have many stories to tell, all of them in full color."
Yeah, so I don't know what he's saying there. I'm not sure where he's going with that.
Is he coming back?
You know?
Is he leaving?
That's what I was wondering. Is what's he doing? You know? I was kind of questioning where are either going with they're going with a storyline on this, or he's going to go somewhere else.
Well,
you know?
I mean, the first two things that come to my mind are like, okay, well, Andrade was just released, and they were like buddies, and they had like a long-standing feud in NXT that was really good.
Yeah.
And then you have his wife.
Yeah.
Who's no longer employed by the company.
Yeah.
So it could go either way.
Yeah, well, it's just
or
I don't know.
you're bringing him back into a storyline. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So.
With them probably trading Baron Corbin to Monday Night Raw, who would they probably trade to SmackDown? I would say Charlotte Flair when I feel Monday Night Raw really neat. The thing about it is Janelle, I would not be shocked if we don't start seeing some cross storylines between people from both brands.
Well, if that was the case, why'd we introduce NXT Women's Tag Team titles?
Because they're dumb. I don't know. Again, they're dumb. I think that they should be doing cross stuff anyway. Cam is going to Washington State next week. Wish him luck. Well, Cam, I hope that you find your way through the wilderness up to Washington. Good luck. Stay safe. Don't let the bears eat you. So, yeah. Would you all believe my wife likes botched Nia Jax? I tell her I will leave your ass here in Tampa. James, that wouldn't be nice. Just saying. Riddle's so funny. Backstage funny with Titus tonight. Riddle's awesome. Love what he does. Everything he does. Why are the opponents for the Raw Women's title in the tag match? Oh, you already answered that one, right? Is that the question you asked?
What?
Why are the women?
Why are the opponents for the Raw Women's title in a tag team match when we did the same goddamn thing on the Blue Brand? Yeah. I kind of touched on that.
It's kind of dumb.
I don't know.
Mr. D, this is what I'm saying. Vince doesn't have patience. That's why he's throwing in other titles into the Raw Women's title feud.
But what does it have to do with having patience, though, bro? Like, what does it have to do with having patience, though?
Vince doesn't have a clue how to do a storyline. That's why.
I don't know.
Cameron, if you're still here, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it. We'll be here Wednesday. Come check us out for AEW.
I just don't get it, man.
I thought he wasn't doing a crossover. Mr. Man broke his own rule like he always does. Yeah, he does.
So we then get Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre won, and then Ali came out, and we get Drew McIntyre versus Ali, where Drew McIntyre won, and then we get Lashley, who came out, came face to face with Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre then proceeds to get beat up by King Corbin.
Yes.
So apparently Corbin is helping Lashley now.
Yes. Cameron, I will be back. I'll probably come back tomorrow because I might do Impact. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do Impact tomorrow.
So,
because it will be the last Impact before no.
Yes.
Is it the last one?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the last one before they go move to Thursdays, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does anyone agree that Riddle's ring entrance kicking out the bedroom slippers is just plain cool? I agree, Kelly. It's 100% cool. The only thing I didn't like today, when he kicked off his slippers, they had these birds like flying around. Like, what the crap was that? Did anybody else notice that?
It's like the train noises. They're just
what was it?
I don't know. They're just adding in little.
Is that supposed to be what Riddle was seeing? Cool. Look at the birds.
They're just.
I don't know what it was.
I don't know, man. So Corbin is on Raw now.
Where'd the birds come from in the first place? Well, apparently, Johnny Lee, they either came from Riddle's slippers or they came from his feet.
One of the two.
I'm not sure which one. Could have been either. Maybe both. Who knows? There were lots of them, too. Not just one or two. And they were colorful. I'm thinking that it was just Riddle hallucinating. And just seeing them.
I don't know, man. I just
think
this was dumb.
I'll be back. I should make it back in time before we get on to Charlotte's Fair's topic. Okay, we'll be here. Washington State is nice. I used to live in Everett, Washington. Cool, James. Cool. Hello. Tonight I finished watching Chris Benoit's DVD. How you doing, Clark? Great to have you here. It was great to watch the Benoit Triple H Shawn match from WrestleMania 20 again. Benoit was good. He was good in the ring. Mm-hmm. He was just a bad guy out of the ring. But in the ring, he was awesome. Like pound for pound, probably the best there was.
Yeah. Definitely.
Andrade. We'll talk about Andrade. Charlotte. Did we finish up here?
Yeah, pretty much. Corbin sucks.
Corbin did the attack on Drew. So
I don't like that he's on Raw, but I don't like that he's on SmackDown either. So, well.
Why was Randy Orton's first world title run so short? Was it because he was a traditional champion? Well, Clark, I could tell you why. Because Vince has the attention span of a gnat. Just saying.
So,
that is why.
So, Andrade was on this radio show or something like that today. So, he went on there and he was talking about like what, sort of the stuff.
Transitional, traditional, it doesn't matter. Vince has the attention span of a gnat sometimes.
He went on there and he was talking about sort of like, I don't know, clearing some things up, telling his side of the story, giving people a bit more information because, well, he can.
Yeah.
So, we'll take it.
Yes.
Gladly. So, I'm going to pull up, I have to find the first tweet. But...
Maddie D, how you doing? If I was a wrestler, my finish would be either an elbow drop off the top rope or flying headbutt off the top rope. Yes, either one would be a good one. Of course, that wouldn't fly probably in today's wrestling, just because they don't do finishers like that very often. Am I wrong?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Do stuff like that.
Do you guys see WWE bringing back Steve Blackman to become a coach at the Performance Center to teach prospects martial arts? He's a black belt in multiple disciplines.
Nope.
I do not. I think he'd be good because, I think that they could learn some stuff, but I don't see it.
But I think WWE is set in their, this is the way we teach people stuff, and based on everything that I've heard, it's like if you walk in the door with some, like, outside knowledge, they try to, like, fix that.
Yeah.
And make it their style of wrestling.
I shared the show, guys. Thanks, James. We appreciate that. By the way, James, what's your wife's name? Okay. I was telling my friend, I was going to read that and I can't. I was telling my friend tonight about the Big Show Bradshaw barbed wire cage match. I knew that match wasn't going to be good even at the time. The ending was stupid. Well, that's because a lot of the Bradshaw stuff just kind of didn't work out the way they wanted it to.
So, Andrade. So he said that in October he asked for time off for eye surgery, and healing time was up in November, and they didn't ask for him to come back until February, and when that happened, nothing happened. So, he said that he spoke to writers, gave them ideas and stuff. Charlotte gave him ideas, and none of it ended up coming into play at all. Like, not even considered. He goes on to talk about all the different people that he talked to, and he said that when he talked to Drew, like he talked about him how they have nothing for him, and they had that they did like a match a while back or whatever, and that he had to like play to Drew or whatever, and Drew was like, dude, this is like not cool, like you shouldn't be like,
yeah,
doing that, because you're like good enough on your own. You don't have to play to whoever to be able to get on television. Like, you should be able to get over too.
Yeah.
And so he talked to a whole bunch of people, ultimately decided that he was going to leave. He said that, let me find the tweet. This is regarding his release, and then I'll go back and read the one about the Saudi show.
Well, while you're looking for that, I'm going to get caught up on chat here.
That is cool.
Andrade going to Ring of Honor, I heard, but wait and see. EC3 and Maria Kanellis there. Now good stuff. I like Christian's finisher. The Impaler, can't wait until Wednesday and Ring debut in AEW. Yep, I'm looking forward to Will Riley Sport. I'm looking forward to seeing him in Ring finally. If I was a wrestler, my finish would be an inverted cloverleaf or a top rope crucifix powerbomb. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yanina? I'm hoping I pronounced this right, James. If I'm not, let me know. Yanina? When Bradshaw became one of the top guys, he had some of the bloodiest matches of his career. I will always like Bradshaw because I loved him in his APA days. I agree. I think he was good. I think sometimes they just don't know how to use some of the wrestlers. Mm-hmm. And that's what kills them. JBL said he inspired Brawl for all. WB asked superstars for ideas, and he wanted a hardcore division. I think it was him, but there was also there was actually a couple people, because I remember watching. Was it Dark Side of the Ring that had it? Mm-hmm. And I'll have to go back and watch it, where they talked about how the whole thing came about. Mm-hmm. And was it Heyman that was pushing it?
No, I'm pretty sure it was Vince Russo.
Yeah, that's who it was. Russo was pushing it.
And Jim Cornette was like, really, dude, we're going to listen to this buffoon? Like, Jim Cornette on that episode was freaking hilarious, because he was like,
Well, he was
I was like calling Vince Russo, and Vince Russo was calling me, and I was like, dude, you were
He was saying we're gonna kill, because they were gonna give Dr. Death a push. Mm-hmm. And he was like, he's not a boxer. He's gonna, he'll get killed out there.
Yeah.
And like Russo says, no, we'll make this good, and this will make everything work out, and everything will look good doing this. And then when Bradshaw knocked him out, that was the last time they ever did it, because their big guy they were going to push became a nobody.
You mean Bart Gunn? When Bart Gunn knocked
Yeah,
him out.
that's what I meant when Bart Gunn knocked him.
JBL Bradshaw did get in some a fight backstage with somebody though.
Yeah.
He had a fight with somebody.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, but he was mad about stuff because he got taken out of the tournament or whatever because he lost, and then he went in and had a fight with somebody else.
Yes.
Backstage.
Yes.
So. It was a bad idea, man.
Career mid-Carter. Yeah. Eric Young out for 6 months with an ACL injury. I did see that, Lewis. I did see he had an ACL injury. That's not good for him. But because of his gimmick,
He's still on TV.
It's one of those things that
he doesn't necessarily have.
No, because with his gimmick, he can what he does. Doesn't have to get in the ring. They could have him out of the ring for a while and do his promos and stuff. I think would be awesome. Mr. Chief, they brought back the Acolytes Protection Agency. What wrestlers from NXT or the main roster could you see working well with that gimmick? I don't know. I'd have to think about it. I don't know. You pronounced it correctly, Mr. G. She's half Polish, Russian, and a quarter Irish. Cool. I was wondering where Bayley and Nikki Cross are, but apparently they are both injured because they're both great. Especially Bayley should be host of WrestleMania. I haven't seen anything about
Bayley being injured, but she was on Renee Young's podcast recently, and she just said they don't have anything for me.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'd love to have a Mania match, but they just don't have anything.
Yes.
Which is baffling.
Yeah, I don't know why you couldn't find something for her. Because she's good on the mic. Mm-hmm. I would be pretty sure Vince McMahon would give Charlotte Flair the Money in the Bank contract, making up for WrestleMania.
I'm not so sure about that.
I'm beginning to think Charlotte Flair may be not happy with WWE.
So, continuing on with the Andrade stuff, here is the what Andrade said. He said 15 days ago, he asked for his release on a Monday. He tested positive for COVID Sunday. 7 days later, with COVID, they called him and said he was granted his release. And the doctor that told him that he had tested positive for testing positive for substance or whatever it was when he got suspended last year. Mm-hmm. Or a year and a half ago, whenever that was. That was the same doctor that called Charlotte. And that doctor told her that she was pregnant. And Charlotte took several pregnancy tests. They were all negative. And then WWE, they told WWE that, she wasn't. She went to a doctor, saw people. She wasn't pregnant. But so they pulled her from the storyline. And when they were like, dudes, we're not... She's not pregnant. They didn't add her back in. They didn't do anything with her. They just took her out. Yeah. And so she's doing nothing.
Yeah, she's kind of there.
So.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I think it's one of those things.
Why would? But
how you doing, Hood Mark?
He said when they proved she wasn't pregnant, WWE didn't apologize or anything. The doctor just called, this is back, when they first, it was just you're pregnant, and that was it, and, nothing else. And he was like, well, so, the entire thing just seems really sus.
Yeah.
Very sus.
Yeah. Well, I think it's all
And this isn't the first time that they're, doctor people have been off, because there have been other people in the company like CM Punk when he was there. He had a whole lawsuit with him or something like that. Because he's dude, they're whack. I don't know what's up with them, but they're whack.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I said, the whole thing seems kind of sus.
Well, why would you tell someone they're pregnant? It's first off.
Charlotte. Okay, let me pull up the other thing that was
first off, a COVID test and a pregnancy test are two different things.
Charlotte, so this is from Charlotte Flair's team. They said what Manny said about the pregnancy test in today's interview is true, but a significant amount of context is lost in translation. We like to clear that up as best as we can. A few weeks ago, Charlotte received a call from WWE Medical telling her that her HCG levels had come back high and she was being medically suspended for pregnancy. That day, she took several home tests that all came back negative. A few days later, blood work and ultrasound confirmed there was no pregnancy. This was before any issues with COVID. She's currently medically clear. And so, yeah. I don't know what about that was lost in translation because that was pretty much everything that he said. I mean, without being specific about it, but, that was that. So...
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, it was like that whole thing was just messed up. I think it's the doctors just not having a clue.
That's what, you hire people to be doctors.
Yeah.
You're medical people, but they're not very good. So, what's the point of having them then? If they're stupid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And like I said, it's very sus.
I just saw the Riddle Bird entrance Michael Scott meme. No God, please no.
I can legit, hear that, though. I can hear it. Without even... That's really funny.
What do you guys think the match for The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton is going to be at WrestleMania? Inferno match or Boiler Room Brawl?
Neither. I think it's just going to be a match.
Yeah, probably.
Honestly.
I don't think WWE wants to do a Boiler Room Brawl anymore. Yeah, but who knows? Who knows what they want to do? It's WWE's doctor's fault. I think the doctor, he's going to have a problem with Charlotte Flair, and then we're not going to see Charlotte for a while.
The thing that I find really
interesting
about it is the fact that they took her out of the storylines because they were saying that she was pregnant. She got checked out, was told she's not pregnant, but they didn't add her back into the story. They just proceeded to remove her from everything.
Yeah.
And now she's no longer... she was backstage at Raw tonight. There was a report that she was backstage at Raw tonight, but she's not being used. So what's the point?
I think she's on bad terms right now. I think a lot of it has to do with the whole Andrade situation. Who does a good-looking RKO not named Randy Orton? Who do you think?
Good. I don't even know who does an RKO outside of.
Trying to think.
I feel like an RKO in DDP's Diamond Cutter. Is that what it is?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of similar. I mean, it's sort of. It's not really like a DDT.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I look at it as kind of like a mix of a DDT and a running bulldog.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what the Diamond Cutter is.
Yeah.
But it's not quite. It's
I mean, it is. I mean, they're similar.
So.
Did y'all see Naomi pinned Shayna? How do you feel about that?
Who cares at this point, bro?
Just, James, what they've done with Shayna and Nia has just been goofy.
A joke.
Yeah.
Literally.
It'll be another stupid cinematic match. Possible. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if they'll do a cinematic match. I mean, I like cinematic matches. I just don't know what they'll do with it. I love the Riot Squad. Liv and Ruby are great. Wish they were challenging for the tag belts. Not used. So annoying. Do you like the Maven and Mister G? Not seen them for a while. They're okay. I mean, they're a tag team that should be used. The fact that they're not is just one of those things that the whole tag division is just terrible. Do doctors need to go to his eyes checked? He doesn't need to be working for the company. I agree.
That's kind of wicked.
Ooh, that's nasty. WWE doctors are a bunch of morons. I agree, James. I agree. I see Orton versus The Fiend as a Firefly Funhouse match. I would say that too, but I don't think they'll use the same thing. I just don't know. The WWE, since they went PG, is bad for rushing the build-up to their matches. I would agree with that, Clark, but I don't think they need to. I think the big issue is they do it without really needing to do it. You know? And so it's one of those things that they don't need to do. Maybe hears voices in her head. James, we all do. You know? Some of us just hear more voices in our heads. Carl Anderson has the cutter finish. Yes. He does. I never thought about that one. I feel Naomi is about to get traded back to SmackDown. Janelle, I think we're going to have a lot of cross-promotional stuff anyway. Matty D says the QT Marshall does a DDP's a Diamond Cutter. DDP gave the finisher to him, and he does it pretty good. Yeah, you just don't see him out there very often, so I think that's one of those things that people don't think about that. Just because he's not out there much. My YouTube friends did a video recently of reasons why T-Bar sucks. Well, T-Bar may not be around anymore. Who knows? He may just be... Who knows? Was it the doctor or the test? Though, you know...
Andrade did say that other people had this happen to them before. Now, again, whether that's true, I don't know. But that's also what he said.
In other words, it's the doctor. Because he
Okay.
doesn't know how to read a test.
He said that... Yeah, so I don't know.
Ivan is back. Great to have you back, Ivan. Thank you for coming back. The big issue in rushing matches is the fact almost every pay-per-view has only a 2-week build. Too many pay-per-views in WWE.
I say that all the time. The 2-week build, it doesn't work. You can't build anything good up in 2 weeks. I'm sorry, you just can't. I don't care what you try to do. It's going to be trash.
Again, I've said this before, and I'll say it 100 times. If you build your lower card people for some of the in-between pay-per-views, then you don't have this issue.
But
Keep your people off of...
But even so. 2 weeks is not enough time to build anything
But
up.
you can
and
build.
that's how
You
much
could be
time
building
they have.
long-term booking, like
Except
4 or 5
when
weeks.
WWE does long-term booking, it's let's fight each other 17 times in 17
Well, I get that.
weeks,
That's what
and
I'm
then we'll
saying.
fight
Is
in
they
pay-per-view.
could do it.
So,
AEW does it. They could do it.
except
They used to do it. They don't do it now.
AEW doesn't put the same people on every week.
No, but that is
does.
what I'm saying though.
And
Is
with
they
the,
could
with
do
the
it.
format WWE is right now, they could not pull it off. It would not happen.
They could do it. DDP Diamond Cutter is kind of like the RKO-ish, so DDP Anemia has lost weight. I think she's so good. I love her wrestling boots, all flashy, and I want some. Should be RR straight to WrestleMania. Give it a couple months, build for a good show. Yeah, you could do that. We're going to do any predictions for TakeOver Stand and Deliver? If so, when? Next week or during the Hall of Fame? That is if you guys do a watch along. We will do it probably... Wow.
Tomorrow. Not tomorrow.
Next Monday.
Wednesday.
We can do it next Monday.
Okay. That works too. Whatever.
Yeah. We do our prediction shows next Monday for TakeOver.
Sure.
And then so do our predictions next Monday. And then
WrestleMania predictions
Yeah.
will be on
yeah.
Friday.
Yeah. Don't y'all think Lana is improving in the ring? Honest question. I think she's probably improved in the ring some. I still don't like her promos.
Yeah, her promos aren't very good.
But
I
do
think she
think
tries
I
really
do
hard. I think she tries really hard to improve, and she's always putting an effort to improve. So, I mean, for that reason, I gotta give her some props for that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Clark says, I heard about those piped-in train sound effects for the Braun Strowman segment last week. Well, they did something similar to it this week with the train sounds. Why? I don't know. Mr. G, your pick for the video game mock on AEW. I really haven't been paying attention much to the AEW. I saw Omega talking about the they were talking about the what's the one that just got released on
The casino thing.
mobile? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Rey Mysterio should be in the Hall of Fame in LA. Yeah, I would agree with that. I think he should probably be in it. She should never quit her Russian accent. Yeah, I mean, I think it would have helped just because it would have made more sense as far as her struggling with the whole language barrier thing. But I mean, and I thought she did good with it. I thought she did a good job with the Russian accent.
She did a good job with the Russian accent.
Huh?
Yeah, she did a good job with the
Well,
Russian accent.
I mean, the thing is, I thought she was better doing promos then she is now.
It was believable, yeah. I mean, her promos are good. They were
Sorry,
good
I won't
with
be
stuff.
here for y'all's predictions. Why not, James? Where are you gonna be?
Well, no, just kidding. I don't know.
James, where are you gonna be?
Man.
You're gonna be so busy at Mania Week, not sure what content you're doing next pay-per-view Mania. Pay-per-view Lana has been trained by Natalia to help her. It's helped better than 1 year ago. Do you agree? Yes, I would agree.
Mania Week. What does Mania Week look like? Busy. We're doing Raw,
Monday Raw, Tuesday's Takeover Night
No, it
1.
isn't.
Tuesday's not Takeover Night 1.
Tuesday's the Hall of Fame. Wednesday is
Tuesday's the Hall of Fame, so Tuesday I'll probably do Impact.
Impact isn't on.
Tuesday I will forget about everything and my life will just change, and that might be a night off. Because I'm not going to do these stupid...
I think NWA is on.
I'm not going to do the stupid...
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Monday is Raw. Tuesday is the Hall of Fame. Wednesday is Takeover Night 1 and AEW. Thursday is Takeover Night 2 and Impact. Friday is SmackDown. Saturday is WrestleMania. Sunday is WrestleMania. Monday is Raw once again. And then that Tuesday is looking like it's going to be the first night that NXT is on Tuesdays, if that's happening.
Yeah.
So.
They're trying to completely ruin Braun before Vince releases him. Oh, probably true too. Probably Cody. I would say that. What's Raw's rating been like lately? Still awful. One of them did. SmackDown had 2 million, I think, last week.
SmackDown's had 2 million a couple times in the last several months.
Yeah.
So they've done well-ish. Raw, I have no idea.
Yeah. Braun likes to toot his own horn, big ego. I know the worst rating ever is a 1.1. I think that was in 2019. Yeah, I don't think it was that bad. How you doing, AR? Great to have you here. You are in my arena, in the IWA arena. We're always in your arena, Ivan. You just don't know it. Raymond, how you doing? Hi, late internet been down for the last 4 hours. Well, Raymond, I wasn't sure we were going to get up because we've had like 75,000 mile an hour winds today.
Yeah, our internet's been
the wind's been blowing pretty hard today.
Yeah.
And I think it's messed with our internet. It's not blowing too bad right now. But earlier today it was... we probably had sustained winds of 30 miles an hour with probably gusts probably around 50 to 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was pretty windy.
Alexa Bliss in the podcast. Dana and Mandy should get out more. James is in Tampa. I don't care, James. If you're in Tampa, if you have a phone, you could watch our show. Doesn't matter. You know? I don't care where you are. You could watch our show. That's the great thing about your phone.
Okay.
Well, us too. You know, no matter where you are, you could be watching us. That's kind of creepy.
Man. Well, when are you doing predictions? We'll do predictions for TakeOver next Monday and predictions for WrestleMania next Friday.
Yes.
So.
Watch Young Rock on Tuesday. Yeah, we could do that, Ivan. We could do that.
I haven't seen any of that.
This end of Raw is terrible. Yes, the end of Raw was not, like, really good. Just because it makes Lashley look weak. But I was going to talk about that. I think that the ending of Raw made Lashley look weak. They've tried to make him look big and strong and tough. And I just feel that what they did tonight made him look weak. What they've been doing with him the last couple weeks has made him look weak.
Yeah.
At least with the Hurt business and them going out and doing the damage, you could say, okay, they're a group together.
Mm-hmm.
But with him going out and saying, I would give anybody a shot that takes out Drew McIntyre.
It's like, okay.
Are you a wimp?
Yes, clearly.
I mean,
Clearly.
Corbin is Raw or SmackDown?
Don't know.
Corbin is Raw down.
I don't know, man. He was on Raw tonight. I don't know if he's being traded or what the deal is, but I guess we will see.
Yes, winds here in Wichita, Kansas. High winds and gusts all day. Yep, that's what we had. We had the same thing. Do you like Alexa Guy? She's so good at character work. She's cute as a button. Sarah, shut up now. Will Raleigh Sport, you don't have to shut up. We'll get to your stuff. And we do like Alexa. We think that right now the stuff she's doing is amazing.
Some of the best stuff on
this has been a lot better than the stuff she did when she was like trying to do the whatever the show was.
Moment of Bliss.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Ivan's in jail. We'll get out, Ivan.
The wrestling business now doesn't want to do controversial storylines and moments anymore.
It depends on what you're talking about controversial.
Yeah, give or take. I mean, like, they don't do like risky things anymore.
Well, AEW doesn't. Although AEW has been more risky than WWE. But go watch Impact. They've got sometimes have some pretty whack stuff out there.
Yeah, like getting shot.
You know? Mr. G, my Daniel Bryan figure, just kick you act like you can't kick. How's that? Thank you, Maven, for clearing that up. Mr. G should take notes.
I don't even know how I remember, like, what's happening on the next, like, week. It's, like, crazy. Like, there's so many shows. Like, legit, there's so many shows. It's kind of ridiculous. Like, it's gonna be insane.
I'm sorry, James. I get confused sometimes. I watched AEW Unrestricted podcast with Thunder Rosa. She keeps keeping her contract silent. She was wrestling in NWA last weekend. I'm thinking she has a contract with both and will continue to do AEW full time.
I've heard that her NWA contract is up at the very end of the year, the last day of the year, and then it's over, and she can do whatever.
The thing is, with what they've done with the cross promotional stuff, I can see her working in either. That noise you just heard was probably one of my kids falling into the wall.
I think that she, I think that as soon as her NWA contract is up, I think she's gonna sign with AEW. I think that she fits in with AEW really, really well. Not that she doesn't fit in with NWA, but I feel like she just could gain more from being on AEW because AEW is so, I want to say mainstream. It's more mainstream than NWA is, and so I think that she could really help them out over there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I would agree. The Hurt Business deserves to get continued. Hurt Business, I don't know why they took them apart. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. What they did, I don't understand it. At No Mercy 2006, William Regal showed his junk by accident in a backstage segment. I think anyone that does that now would get fired. Yes, I agree, Clark. Alexa's work, as of right now, is phenomenal. No pun intended. Her work is AJ Styles. Two people have been murdered in Impact. Yeah, just like the stuff they do on their Lewis is like crazy nuts sometimes. Lesnar back and destroys Corbin. That would be interesting, AR. I think if they did that, that'd be an interesting... I could handle Lesnar coming back to kill Corbin. Do you watch AEW a lot? Just wondering what you thought of Ty Conti, one of the most improved wrestlers in AEW, and Liv Morgan, most improved women's wrestler in WWE. Do you agree? Ty Conti, I could kind of see.
I could see the Ty one. Liv, no.
No, Liv, no. I helped Joey Ryan escape to save you from the COVID-19, and Dom are with us in jail. Blame the Hurt Business. I was liking the Hurt Business. Yeah, the Hurt Business was awesome, and then they killed him. Why? Nobody knows. No clue.
Well, Lesnar's like trending on Twitter. I don't know why.
Well, because they think he's coming back at Mania. That's why.
Well, but like honestly, like the first thing that my mind went to, because I was like, okay, like Brock Lesnar WrestleMania, right? I was thinking, okay, because Lashley put out this challenge, like could Lesnar like answer it, beat the crap out of Drew, and then be added to the match?
Yeah.
Could still happen next week.
Yeah.
Last minute switcheroony here.
Yeah.
I mean, but we got Corbin, you know. So.
Could consider the Hurt Business bankrupt after what happened between them tonight. Yes, I would think so, John Elliott. I would say that. Definitely. Y'all do an Impact. James, I am going to do Impact tomorrow. I will definitely be here tomorrow for Impact.
We probably won't do I don't know what we're going to do about Impact next week because night 2 of TakeOver is on that show. It'll probably be a week full of WWE stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing about AEW either because I feel like we should probably watch TakeOver.
Yeah, since it's pay-per-view.
So,
heels don't, and maybe we could, I don't know, we'll do something. Heels don't get booed as much in wrestling anymore. For example, I booed William Regal back then, but then I went on to respect him. That's what I mean regarding today's heels. I would agree with you. I think, Clark, the biggest issue is who's really a heel and who's not. I think the hard part with today's wrestling is they may be a heel today, and tomorrow they're a face. And it doesn't make sense. There's no buildup of heels. There's no buildup of anything. Like, I want to build up to hate some guy. Like, totally hate a guy. Lashley, they're kind of doing that with me right now. The issue I have with Lashley is they started out trying to build him up as this big, super, like, I'm going to kill you type guy. And now he's asking people to help him take out Drew McIntyre.
They just can't take him as seriously.
Like, either he's going to be this big, tough guy.
Or he's not.
Or you're going to, like, I don't know what they're doing.
Nobody knows.
Maven, awesome art on Instagram.
Oh, thanks. My makeup stuff? Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, Maven has some awesome pictures.
I did a look the other day. I put it up on Twitter.
If you're talking about the picture that was drawn, I drew up the picture.
That was you.
I drew the Becky picture.
Not me.
Yeah.
That was him. If we're talking my makeup stuff.
The makeup stuff Maven did.
That was me. I just did a cool thing on there.
Can't believe the Hurt Business.
Probably talking about the art thing. That was all you.
Yeah, the art thing was me.
That wasn't me.
I've been the one drawing the pictures.
I draw on my face.
She's been doing the face makeup stuff. She's been doing the face drawing stuff.
No, I just didn't
can't believe the Hurt Business finishes. Geez, gotta wonder what Shelton and Cedric gonna do now. Nothing. They're Cedric and Shelton are done.
Yeah,
they're gonna be in catering. They will not be a new tag team. They'll be in catering.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be used.
Yeah. Alicia Garcia on Elevation tonight at Thunder Rosa. That was, if not mistaken, Garcia is one of her students that's coming along on Dark and Elevation. Be a while before she's a main Dynamite eventer. I heard that she was going to start having some of her wrestlers on Elevation, and so
which is really cool. Which is really cool. I think that's really cool. That Thunder Rosa is going to send some of her people.
Yeah.
Over there to give them more exposure and to help AEW out. I think that's really cool because ultimately I think it's going to help everybody out in the long run.
Yeah. CM Punk's save WrestleMania. No, CM Punk's not doing anything.
No.
I don't think he'll ever go back to WWE.
No.
And he may never wrestle again.
Yeah.
Lewis, save us. Oh no, Jack got thrown into the cell with us. James is going to be drinking in Tampa. That's why he won't be here. That's what why AEW is better at stories and making heels and faces. Take Heyman, he's his face, but could be a heel. But you can tell he's a face. And that's the difference the difference is you can really tell who's a face and who's a heel for the most part.
MJF, heel.
Yeah. And he's heel to everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Doesn't matter what he does.
My son's questioned your name. I'm Mister Gleen. She's Maven.
Maven.
Yes. That's why Jack is not here. Yeah, he needed to sleep. It's early in the morning there. I'm guessing Daniel Bryan, yes, Locke is more weak compared to the Crippler Crossface. The way it looks.
I'm gonna tell you right now, the Daniel Bryan finishing move, the S lock, that means nothing anymore. Okay, it's Roman Reigns' fault. Can't use that finisher on anybody ever again, because you just can't.
Yeah.
Roman powered out of it 3 times.
Yeah.
And no, it's not relevant anymore. I'm sorry, it's not. I can't take it seriously again.
Do y'all think it's a double standard? Roman is getting help from Jay Lashley is doing the exact same thing. I agree. Yeah, they're doing the same thing. I don't know why they're doing it. Missing Ains. Yes, Ains is missed. Ains is missed.
He's not here.
I think I found futuristic.
Bro, do you know how many advertisements I have gotten for Girl Scout cookies since that stupid stream that we did?
Yeah.
I have gotten so many advertisements for Girl Scout cookies on social media. So many. It is solely his fault.
Yeah.
It is Ains' fault.
Yeah.
That I have gotten advertisements for Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. That's interesting. Roman alliance with Lashley. That'd be interesting. An alliance with a Lashley. Right, James, you'll be drinking with your wife. You're right. Vince does coin toss on Raw and SmackDown nights to decide if I'm a face and you're a heel. Can never tell. I agree with you. Yeah, it's one of those things that you never know. And
he changes his mind. I mean, first hour you might be a heel, second hour you might be a face.
Yeah.
He just doesn't know.
Yeah. When Kurt Angle powered out of the Crippler Crossface numerous times against Benoit Royal Rumble 2003, that's back when that meant something. Yeah, I agree. Now there's too many people power out of or don't get destroyed by people's finishes, and I think it does hurt some things. Did you consider John Cena being shoved down our throats like Roman years ago?
I mean, I would probably say so, but I feel like John Cena's on a level where he was the top guy and everybody knew he was the top guy, you know? And majority of people, I mean, whether you loved or hated him, like, he was a guy who always, I don't know. I don't want to say got a reaction because I feel like that's the same thing with Roman, but, like, I don't know. I just think that he was, like, their top guy. So, I mean, I guess, yeah, sure, if you want to say that he was, like, shoved down our throats, then sure. But I feel like with Roman, people were really, like, not cool with the fact that he was out there all the time. And I think that there were a lot of people that were fine with Cena being put out there a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because of how good he was and, like, you know, what he did.
Yes.
And his character work was done really well.
I would agree.
And so, you know, like, I think that, I don't know.
Yeah. Is 2021 not era attitude? No. Kurt Angle was tough. Definitely tough. Ivan, my wife doesn't drink. James's wife doesn't drink because James drank her drink before she could drink it. There's a rumor that the Bella twins are supposed to be at WrestleMania. I don't believe it until I see it. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. They might be there to watch, but they're not going to be there to do anything.
Well, they'll probably be there for, like, the Hall of Fame thing.
Yeah, I suppose they could be that too.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Because they're going in the Hall of Fame this year.
Yeah. Revelation was pretty good tonight. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch that because I haven't watched that yet.
Elevation.
Huh?
Elevation.
Yeah, Elevation. Not Revelation. Revelation was pretty good too. His story name is Bronco Shallow, futuristic. Yes, Ivan, that's 100% right. I think we're going to take off. We'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night. I don't know if Maven will be here, but I will be here tomorrow night. I am going to do Impact tomorrow night, so I will be here. Unless something happens, like we have 79-mile-an-hour winds again and we have internet issues. But I plan on being here tomorrow. WWE needs better writers. No doubt about it, AR. No doubt about it. They do need, definitely need better writers. It would help out tremendously. Heard Vince's Android was backstage, but she didn't come out, which I expected. Amazing emotes. What not to like about that? With that, we're taking off. We'll see you guys. Well, like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. If you don't join us tomorrow, we will definitely be back Wednesday for AEW. Peace out, everybody. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening, morning.